remember though, Steph, being outside is the social network. That's the real social network. That's how you build character. That's how you understand how to talk to people and get along with people. That's how you understand what competition is and playing sports and things like that. A lot of them don't understand that, and the parents are forgetting that part. Like, it's important for the kids to get outside and do these things, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. Especially that competition part, because I remember when we first came around, Jesse Owens, he was just like, you was the A1 athlete up there.
No, I was one of. I was one of. I wasn't the A1.
You was one of, but definitely first pick. You know, definitely first pick. So, but you on the hooping is like, man, I can get my game up. The football, you definitely got to get your game up. And that's why I love, man. You already knew what it was. You got to get into some healthy competition.
And the best part was that as everybody got older, they got better competitively. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even though certain people were picking their sports, some people might have went to football, some people might have went to basketball, some people might have went to baseball.
Yeah.
Even no matter what, when we linked up, we all still had that competitive drive, and it was still all cool. Even after everybody got called a punk, a pussy, a bitch, and all that, it was competitive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because that's what we grew up in the Mike era, Gary Payton and stuff like that. So it was like never no hard feelings. And as you got older, you saw it because you saw that little smirk on the face or something like that. You can inflection in voices, your tone, the way you deliver it. You can tell when it's jovial and when it's serious and stuff like that. Especially with people I grew up with, when there's some outsider, even with an outsider, you can kind of tell because they, but sometimes you can tell even the person you grew up with is starting to get serious. You be like, me, I'm the person that chooses the path of least resistance. So I'll be like, all right,
you were the guy that always fuck with people. I remember for anybody that's listening, man, Steph fuck with people a lot. Like motherfuckers wanted to beat Steph ass, and this I'm being serious.
And that's the thing, though.
He was a jokester.
I was a jokester too, but I was small, and people didn't think I can compete. People, because I remember one time, I had a younger cousin. This is when Mr. Ali brought out the rolling rim and stuff. And I had a younger cousin. He was kind of taller than me. He was in 4th grade, though. I was in 7th. So somebody had chose him over me. And Q was like, word? All right. So then after that happened, I'm like, well, me and Q on the squad, especially the rims where we can dunk on too, it's over with. So we just started, man, we hooping them up, everything. And I remember there's a dude named Charlie. Afterwards, he was following us because it was the game 1 of the 97 NBA finals. I remember it too. And he was just following home, talking about my head, Bobby's real head, and something out the blue. I was like, yeah, I bet Bobby's real to kick your ass. So then he had turned around because him and his homeboys on the bike, he was riding on the handlebar. He's like, what? What'd you say? I was like, I don't even want no trouble and stuff. I saw him pull the chain out his coat. I was like, oh shit, man. I hope I don't get hit with that motherfucker. But he just kept egging me on, and I just snapped. And I put him on the ground.
Had to throw them things,
And I was crying when I was doing it because I was so mad and stuff. Because I was like, man, because it's like growing up. Because my OG, I was scared of my OG. She'd be like, man, if you fight in school, I'm going to beat your ass. And I always used to have that in the back of my mind, like, man, if I fight, I'm going to get in trouble and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to fight.
But you gotta defend yourself because you don't want nobody to think that you pussy. You don't want nobody to think that you a punk, man.
Exactly. So we walked to Q crib. My pops was there. And he was like, what happened? I was like, man, I got in a fight. Like, why you cry? You lost? I'm like, no. Like, man, stop all that crying, man. You had to fight. You like, man, you had. And that's where fathers are definitely needed, You gotta have
a male in the house, man, or in a child's life.
Because I think my mother really said that because she didn't want things to transpire even more. She's thinking more so like, man, make sure you're just getting out the way, staying out the way, you know, not running from adversity, but trying your best to avoid it, you know, whereas a father is there to tell you adversity is going to come. You have to stand up to it. You know, you're going to have to fight. You can't run away from shit all your life.
No, because if you run from adversity, you're going to always run from it. And the thing about adversity is there to make you stronger. It's there to make you a better person. It's there to give you the learning lesson that you needed at that time to make sure that you grow mentally.
Exactly.
And if you run from that, you'll always be a coward. No one will be able to trust in you. That no one will believe that you can keep your word at anything.
Exactly. Because just think about it. Every time we done went through that fire, we was like, oh shit, but then we came out. We like, shit, I want to go through that motherfucking fire again.
Right. And I ain't like, oh, it wasn't even that bad, man.
It wasn't that bad at all.